Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Wizard101. In the last episode, we finished off Wizard City for good, except for one thing which I'm going to be doing in this episode before we go to Crocotopia. Don't worry, it doesn't take for freaking ever like the other areas do. It's just one little side quest that I want to do for a piece of gear that it gives me, actually. Digging into a new challenge.
Hello, young wizard. Have you heard about jewel socketing? It is the nearly lost art of adorning items with magical stones. An artisan named Catherine Rockhammer has opened a workshop in the shopping district to teach people about jewel socketing and crafting. I've already told Catherine all about you, and she's anxious to meet. Go speak with her when you get a chance. Oh, and tell her I say hello.
Now, the reason why I want this particular, piece of gear that this quest is going to give me is because of the fact that it does have a jewel socket on it, and the specific socket it has is going to be very, very, very useful for me. Also, I think it was between episodes that I did this, I got new gear. The Beating Arena's hood, which helps out my health and gives me percentage damage instead of just straight damage, which means it's actually going to be doing better now, hopefully. Thaumaturge's Cloak of Awe, which gives me 8% universal resist and 2% damage. And Audrey Sakwi's Bitter Boots, which basically which I think gives me more health than the last ones. It's been a week since I've recorded, and plus 1% health, damage, not health. Got the Ruined Ruby Wand, which is better than the old wand. I only have these because of a crafting quest I did in order to be able to do this quest in the first place. Same athame, but that's because the piece of gear that I'm getting from this quest is going to be a new athame, so the new athame is gonna replace this one. I still have the Flash Frozen Choker, but that's because the amulet I actually want I can't get yet, and the Crystalline Band is my new ring. Same pet, same mount. And I will be getting a new deck, but I'm waiting until Crocotopia to actually get it because it's not sold because I couldn't find any in the bazaar. Anyway, let's talk to Catherine here.
Hello, welcome to Rockhammer's Jewel Works, the motherlode of all things jewel crafting and jewel socketing.
I like your accent.
Oh, you must be that remarkably polished young wizard Eloise mentioned. Smashing! Let's dig right in. Magical jewels are extraordinary crystals you can affix to certain items to infuse them with unique statistical enhancements.
Yay.
We call this jewel socketing. Allow me to demonstrate with this cracked, accurate opal jewel and this athame. We'll start by opening the socketing page of your spellbook. The socketing page is where you'll physically affix your jewels into the special slots, called sockets, on your socketable items. Jewels have distinct shapes that only fit into corresponding sockets. Socketable items come with varying numbers and shapes of sockets. Now, notice that our athame only has a triangle socket. Lucky for us, our cracked accurate opal is a triangle cut. It's a perfect fit! And voila! Our athame has now been imbued with the magic of the cracked accurate opal, which gives us an accuracy stat boost in a jewel! Quick and easy, right? Now, before I turn you loose to start socketing yourself, I have one last important nugget for you. Each jewel can only be placed into a socket once. Although you can remove a jewel from a socket, it shatters the jewel completely.
I don't understand why they do this, but whatever.
But you can affix a new jewel into that same socket. That way you can continually improve your most useful items.
You're still gonna kinda want the best items you can possibly get anyway, because as more often than not when you're socketing jewels, it's just kind of best to have the best that you possibly can anyway.
Well, that's the core of jewel socketing. If you ever need a refresher, feel free to reference my jewel socketing tome. And here, take this athame and this opal and give socketing a try yourself. You've seen how easy it is, and you can do it anywhere. Of course, acquiring jewels won't always be this easy. Jewels can certainly be found in treasure troves, lost hoards and so forth. but finding them is extremely rare. However, you can also craft your own jewels. As with any craft, you start with a recipe, which you can buy from a recipe vendor. There are many kinds of jewel crafting recipes, but the basic ingredients are the same. You'll need metal, which you can find throughout the spiral, a gem, which you can find or purchase from a vendor, and a treasure card. And of course, you need a jewel crafting station. When you craft a jewel, there's an element of randomness in the process, and you may get a more or less powerful result. For instance, if you use the same ruby recipe 3 times, you could craft 3 rubies with 3 different damage values. Now, because I want everyone in the spiral to enjoy jewel crafting as much as I do, I'm going to give you a jewel crafting station. All you need now is a jewel crafting recipe. I can't wait to hear about the jewels you craft and socket. Good luck, wizard!
Alright, now, the trusty athame is the new athame that I wanted. The cracked accurate opal is going in the trash almost immediately. And the reason why you had to do the crafting quest before you could do this quest is because of the fact that she gives you a crafting station for doing this quest. Now, the jewel I actually want to put into my new trusty athame, which I'm going to be keeping for a while actually because of this, is currently in the shared bank, and it's this, the dual ice blade sapphire. Now, the reason why I'm socketing this is because ice goes way too freaking long without a blade, so I would like some kind of blade to be able to put on myself before I can get it. I might replace the athame after I get that one. If I do, it'll probably be because I get another athame with another triangle slot that I can put another dual ice blade sapphire into. Because having a plus 45 blade is always useful. Always. Anyway, now that we have gotten that done, I forgot I left a mark here. Let's talk to Bottomy.
These spiral keys are ancient magical relics that wizards use to travel between worlds. The spiral chamber lies inside me, at my very heart. Go into the spiral chamber, and I will tell you more. Must hold on.
Go away, I don't care about you. Shut up, shut up,
The
shut up, shut
spiral
up.
is
Thank
the
you.
magical thread that holds together our universe. There are countless worlds on the spiral. Wizard City is just the first. To reach another world, a wizard must use a spiral key. Each key is unique. It will only take you to one world.
Yeah, I can understand that.
To use a spiral key, you need a spiral door like the one before you. It is a magic doorway that can open to anywhere. Use the spiral door to travel to Krokotopia.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we go to my absolute least favorite world in the game. I really don't like Krokotopia all that much, just because it's kind of boring, to be honest.
Welcome, Effendi. You come to wondrous Krokotopia at a most dark time.
Did we really need to zoom in on the Manders faces game?
We have been cursed ever since the one you call Malastair arrived. Oh, the Tuts have come back to life to crush us under their oppressive fists. Please speak with a Sergeant Major in the Oasis if you would help rid us of this Malastair person.
Alright then. Apparently Alistair is here somewhere. Now there are 2 reasons why I don't like this place. 1, it's boring. 2, it's just pointless. This entire world is completely pointless, and you'll see why I say that as we go through the story. Because I'll be honest, the only reason why I ever come back here after I'm finished with this place is when I'm playing my balance and it's time for me to get a new spell, and even then, in the 3rd arc, they made that obsolete too. So, other than balance, before you get into the 3rd arc, you have no reason to come here.
What ho! Greetings, youngster.
You must be one of those wizards from Wizard City. Sergeant Major Sylvester Quimby Talbot III at your service.
Nice name.
Order of the Fang? I think I heard Professor Winthrop mention that name. He and his crew are still excavating when they should be evacuating. You'll find Professor Winthrop inside the pyramid. Perhaps he has some information that can help you. And please, try to keep him safe.
I will do my best, Dogman. I will do my best. Now, before we head in there, I need a new deck. To be specific, the Thaumaturgist deck. Now, these other decks you can buy if you're obviously of the appropriate school. Unfortunately, for some reason, they won't let you buy them for other wizards if you're the same level. Which, quite frankly, is dumb. Really dumb, actually. I understand their logic. It's like the wizard you're currently playing has no use for it, but at the same time, it's entirely possible that you have multiple wizards. So because of that, it's entirely possible that you have a wizard of this particular school. So I don't understand why they don't let you do it, and I don't have enough gold. Great. Good thing I have these. Oh, just one short. Don't you just hate it when that happens? Do I have anything in my housing items? Yes, I do. I also have the cracked jewel. The cracked jewel. Jewels have different levels. The highest one is lustrous, I believe. The lowest one is cracked. Obviously, I forget the ones in between because I don't pay attention to it really. On my other wizards, I'll be honest, I don't start paying attention to jewels until I get to max level, just because that's when you actually start needing them, and even then that's mostly just for PvP. Anyway, now that we have our new deck, let's go ahead and put it on. I'll feed that to my pet. I don't really need it, so let's put in 4 ice traps, 4 snow serpents, 4 frost beetles, and 4 evil snowmen, obviously. 2 pixies. 4 volcanic shields, because I'm going to need them for the first area of Crocotopia. Let's remove some of those wand hits, and why not? I'll put in 2 freezes. Alright, I'm gonna move on. Now, the 3 areas of Crocotopia are based around the 3 elemental schools, as Crocotopia's main shtick is balance, obviously. So each of the elemental schools has its own area. The pyramid is the fire area. The Crocosphinx, yes, that's what it's called, is the ice area, which means it's going to be rather annoying to go through because I have to present a crap load of stuff, but oh well. And finally, the tomb area is the storm area. So all of the elemental schools have at least one area of this world that is a pain in the butt.
Watch your step. Things are amiss down here. You say you are looking for the Order of the Fang? As a matter of fact, I was just researching them when the Crocs came to life and attacked. When the Crocs attacked, my diggers and I had just found an ancient obelisk describing the Order of the Fang. We had to evacuate everyone. If only I could see rubbings of the inscription on the obelisk, I could learn more about the Order. Do you think you could make rubbings for me? You can find the ancient obelisk at the dig site in the Royal Hall.
Now, also I forgot to mention this when we got it, but doing the quest that took us to Crocotopia in the first place also gave us a potion, and the quest that'll take us into the next world of the game, Marleybone, will also give us a potion. Unfortunately for us, we're not getting our 4th potion until the last world of Arc 2. I don't know why they decided to wait that long, but they did, and you don't even get it from doing the quest that sends you to that place in the first place. You gotta do a side quest outside of it in order to get it, which is it's not really annoying. It's just you gotta remember to do it. So it's not a huge deal. Just remember to do it. Anyway, here's the dig site. Did I leave? Nope. I did not leave a port where I should have.
Rubbings.
The most important text box you will ever read. Anyway, let's port back to the Oasis. The return. I should mention the go to area button will always send you back to the hub area of the world you are in, not the commons of Wizard City, which is nice because, quite frankly, I don't always want to leave whatever world I'm in whenever I hit that button. So
These rubbings are perfect. Let me decipher the text.
Professor Winthrop studies the rubbings and grows frightened.
oh dear.
My word. The Order of the Fang was a secret group of croc wizards who wrote a book of rituals called the Croconomicon, the most powerful source of knowledge about life and death magic. The Croconomicon cannot fall to Malastair.
No crap.
Perhaps this order has something to do with the crocs attacking us now. Did Malastair put them up to it? He has done similar work in Wizard City. We need to find out more.
I doubt he put them up to it, but whatever.
While I was running for my life from the croc attack, I saw Beatty Narini take an ancient tablet. He's the leader of the crocs in this area. Beatty Narini must have the answers we're looking for. To reach him, we'd need a key to his chamber. Our fighting men are trying to protect our archaeologist. Could you defeat Narini crocs until you find a croc carrying the chamber key and take it from them?
Our first fighting quest in this area is to defeat and collect. You know how this is gonna go. It's not really defeat and collects that annoy me, but in this area, it's just not all of them are not. The lore behind this place is not all that interesting. It's the dreaded Desert 2 syndrome, and it's just not a very fun place to look at. And like I said, the entire story reason why you come here makes it completely freaking pointless. Which I suppose me saying that might count as a spoiler, but whatever. I really just do not care. I really, really don't. Alright. Got an ice blade on, which is awesome, and oh, I forgot to put my enchants in to make this go faster, but whatever. Not a big deal at all. Great. And that's a minus 80 shield, by the way. Yeah, that's just perfect. I probably should have hit when I had the chance, but unfortunately I didn't, so bleh. Ooh, hey. I've not talked for this long in quite a while. Yay, fire elf. They're starting to get into more advanced spells. Ain't that just terrific? Ain't that just terrific? Anyway, gonna go ahead and ice beetle this guy just to remove this shield. It'll remove my trap as well, but that's not a big deal. So, bleh. And unfortunately, the enemies in this area still suffer from the fact that they're gonna be using a lot of spells from other schools, and it will remain that way for quite a while. It's like I'll be honest, I understand why they did it in Wizard City and Crocotopia, but once you get into Marleybone, there's enough variety in it that it really shouldn't matter. It really, really shouldn't. Anyway, let's evil snowman this guy. I am really glad I got that Ice Blade Jewel, by the way, because it took me like hours upon hours of grinding on my life in order to get that, because the boss that drops them, even though you're able to use the jewel at level 15, is only encounterable once you get to the third story arc. That is a little bit odd, and by a little bit, I mean very odd. And for some, and what's even odder is the fact that that the world the boss resides in is the first world of the second story arc of the game, which is just baffling. But whatever, I can deal with it. I just hope I don't have that bad of luck getting my second Ice Blade Jewel if I ever need one.
You found the chamber key. Well done. Our men here have their hands full fighting the Crocs. The archaeologists are no help, I'm afraid.
Well, that should be obvious. Yes, they're archaeologists.
Can you defeat Beatty Narini in his chamber? Claim the missing ancient tablet from him, and perhaps I can find out how this madness started.
Alright, now that I actually have a chance to do so, I'm putting in freaking enchants. Thankfully this first boss is not all that hard. And by not all that hard, I mean incredibly freaking easy. Anyway. Running right, flying right along, frying. If the dragon has any kind of elemental breath, I would think it'd be ice, not fire, just based on the color. Then again, that might be Dragonist. I'm not entirely sure. Dragon... Did I really just say that? Oh man, I am in a weird mood. Certainly a better mood than I was yesterday. Thank God for that. For those of you wondering why I was in such a bad mood yesterday, watch part... I think it was either 9 or... No, not 9. I think it was either part 11 or part 12 of... Either part 11 or part 12 of Mega Man Battle Network. Just watch either one of those parts, maybe both, and you will see why I was in such a horrid mood yesterday. For those of you who are okay with spoilers on that regard, fuck you, Alec Man. And that's all I will say on the subject. Seriously, one of the worst dungeons of all time. And I wasn't even playing the darn thing, that was Jeff. Oh well.
You are not worthy of standing before me, wizard. Fall to the floor. Maybe then I shall show mercy on you.
I doubt that. Anyway, I was gonna say I did remember to put those in. It's only been a minute or two, and I already forgot whether or not I have enchants in. Alright then. Let's throw an ice trap on Beatty there. Balance. Oh, great. And now we're getting into the reason why I don't like play. And now we're getting into the reason why I really don't like the first story arc of the game when playing as a balance wizard. Freaking weakness spells, which is what this charm is called. It is absolutely god awful, and I hate it so much as a balance because of the fact that all of balance's buffing spells are universal. So even though you can use wand hits to remove the weakness charm if you're any other school than balance, so long as the wand hit is not of your own school. If you are balanced, you can't get rid of it without also getting rid of your buffs, which is annoying as crap. And just, I hate it. I really and truly hate it. Balance is a fun school to play as. It's just, until you get past the first story arc, you're going to be screaming at your screen because of that. So, there you go. Hopefully I can get a balance pip. Hopefully I can get a power pip to speed this process up. And apparently they're even starting to use the rank 3 spells in this area. I completely forgot about that. And darn you, fizzling! Do I want to get rid of that? Yes, I do. Okay. Snow Serpent that guy. Okay, thank God. Thankfully with enemies that aren't of the balanced school, you're generally able to tell when they're going to use the spell weakness, because more often than not, they won't use balanced spells, no matter what school they are. Typically speaking, the only school that uses balance attacking spells is balance itself, which is nice. So you'll be able to tell whenever another enemy decides to use weakness. Unfortunately, if they are of the balance school, that means you have no idea when they're going to use weakness, which is annoying as crap. Also, pay special attention to that black chest in the background. That will come in. That will come in very, very much later. And apparently, I managed to get a power pip opal. That for some, and I don't understand. And that's actually one thing about this game that I don't understand. For some reason, a large majority of the time, you will be enemies that can drop jewels will not only drop jewels that you can actually use, but they will also drop jewels that are the next level up, which you can't use until you get to that level. That are the next jewel rank up, which is usually 10 levels higher than what you're supposed to be at the point where you're able to get them, which makes no freaking sense to me, but whatever.
Ah, the ancient tablet. Now I can get the rest of the story on the Order of the Fang.
Professor Winthrop studies the ancient tablet.
The Order of the Fang oppose the evil Tuts. They planned to use the Croconomicon to put the Tuts to sleep, and we had to come round and wake them up. If only we had that book, we could set things right again. But where is it?
Dumbass.
I think the Order of the Fang still exists, hiding somewhere in Crocotopia. I want to find them. They must know where the Croconomicon is kept. We've discovered a map room that might help locate them. Unfortunately, it's located through the palace. We can't get inside.
Oh, crap.
My assistant, Malcolm Danforth, has been working on a way to enter the palace. But with all these Tuts about, I'm afraid for him.
Don't blame you there.
Please, help him. You'll find him in the excavation room in the Chamber of Fire.
I think the jewel quest took up more time than the entirety of the Royal Hall area, which is kind of sad. But anyway, we have been going on for a good while now. We have been going on for nearly half an hour now, actually, so I am going to end the video here. On the next episode of Let's Play Wizard101, we shall be going into the Chamber of Fire and seeing whatever it is Assistant Danforth needs. Anyway, see you then. Bye-bye!